Hi there, it's Kelli Fox with your weekly horoscope for November 24th through the 30th. So powerful energies are in play this week. There's a lot on the cosmic agenda. So there's an opposition between Mars and Uranus. So that brings shocks, surprises, and kickbacks. But on this very same day, there's an amazingly beautiful Venus-Jupiter conjunction. So this promises emotional riches to those who believe love conquers all. Meanwhile, we've got Venus also moving into hardworking Capricorn, and a Sagittarius new moon invites us all to ponder fresh adventures. So boredom is an issue though with this Sagittarius moon. So that has your fingers maybe restlessly tapping. What are you going to do about it? There are many ways to distract yourself. Maybe a road trip, or how about a week in the wilderness, bungee jumping. So mull over the many possibilities available to you, especially if you have fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And pick something that's not physically active but offers you a learning experience as well, because this energy of this Sagittarius moon is very philosophical. So think of options outside of your normal routine is probably the best way to go. Even if it means something as simple as taking a different route home from work. So back to love planet Venus moving into Capricorn. It's not very well placed there. And it will be there until December 19th. So you may find yourself taking a serious approach to relationships with this energy. You've got high standards in love. You're more interested in long-term commitment than casual dating. And you may have a tendency to view your relationships maybe as investments and want to spend your time wisely rather than wasting energy on connections that won't pay off in the long run. And at worst, people might accuse you of being cold and calculating, though you might just think you're being practical, especially if you're an Aries, Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn. Speaking of which, Aries, this week it's good to pay off your debts, and if that's emotional, financial, practical, whatever they may be. And if you can't or won't, you can expect to come under some pressure this week. So play for time, money-wise, but there's really no excuse for not paying for any other kinds of dues or debts. Taurus, find space within your closest relationship to just be yourself. If you've spent way too long trying to be what other people want you to be. So taking up a hobby or a creative pastime, which you can enjoy on your own, would be really healthy with this week's planetary influences going on. Hey Gemini, you may feel frustrated that your dreams are still out of your reach, but how much practical action have you actually taken towards those goals recently? So it's time to stop dreaming and instead to get on with real steps forward. Hey Cancer, friendships are in the spotlight this week, and some may be ending, perhaps for bittersweet reasons. So keep looking towards the light as new friends are waiting in the wings. So people come in and leave in our lives for really good reasons. And sometimes for Cancer, it's like really hard for you to let go. Hey Leo, it's not easy balancing work and family life this week, but you manage it better than most. So you may have to remind your family of the sacrifices you're making, as someone is taking you very much for granted. So keep trying your best and just keep smiling. Hey Virgo, events this week may remind you how much you have to learn, but that's actually a good thing, and as you're progressing and developing all the time. So embrace maybe new study opportunities, take a new course, or learn a new skill, upskill, so you can move forward with your career as well. Hey Libra, so people are demanding rather too much of you, and you don't have to give them everything they want. I know you are a people pleaser, but just remember that. So draw a line and don't be afraid to say no when people overstep that. So put your own health and sanity first. That's a good way of thinking about it. Hey Scorpio, love is intoxicating more than usual and potentially slightly risky all at once. So an exciting place to be if you're free and single, and if you're not, well, be aware that the choices you make now could have serious repercussions later on. Even a little flirtatious glance, it's totally not worth it. Hey Sagittarius, tackle fears and phobias head on now before they hold you back any further. There's a lot of psychological work for you to do this week, but once it's done, you'll feel much freer and able to embrace the future with so much more confidence. It really is worth putting in the work this week so you'll be able to move forward into the future. Hey Capricorn, don't listen to those who give advice from afar, aka the peanut gallery. So you're the one dealing with the problem. The only advice you need is your own inner instinct. So those who don't have to deal with the consequences should have no say in how you handle any sort of matter this week. Hey Aquarius, there's too much to do in too little time, and you're going to need to prioritize, which might not always be easy for you. So put family issues top of the list, of course, and yourself next, and everything else a distant third. This energy is about knowing what matters most to you. And Pisces, your opinions can make a difference in the world provided you communicate them very strongly, and that could be the issue. So no more implying or beating around the bush or hoping people will get what you mean. Speak loudly, clearly, directly, and firmly.